I know you probably haven't heard about me, but I'm SBV, and I'm that one guy that made all those tech and YouTube videos. And alright, so this is my introduction. Now, this is our first video of talking. So, yeah. Ever get that feeling where you feel like you're just straight up down the dumps? Like everyone else seems to be doing better than you, but you're happy for them. But the fact is that you're still not doing as good as they are. You're just there, alone. You were born into this world thinking that you have so much in front of you, and you were just so determined. Every day, every school year, every next grade, I'd be like, oh, next year will be better. And then when that year came along, I was like, this is the year. This is the year. First grade. Well, first grade didn't really care about anything. I was still carefree at that point. But it started with, I would say third grade was the very first time I was a wide-eyed open kid. That was like the first time I said, this is gonna be the year, and make things happen. Honestly, like as a kid, I was in third grade. That was actually the first time I had a crush on someone. And looking back now, I knew that girl in high school still. Still knew her, got to grow up together, but the truth is I never got to know her. Turns out, looking back now, she was actually the wrong girl to have a crush on, because she was mean and she's honestly a jerk. But that was a life lesson to learn as a kid, that I'm not going to try to discredit myself. I have to honestly give myself more credit than I do. But honestly, I learned as a kid that if you're ugly and fat, according to her, quote unquote, calling me ugly and fat, so quote unquote she said, then they're not gonna like you. Yeah. Let that sit in. But that doesn't mean you can't change it. If you want to, you can just change your life. If you really want to, you can. I have a friend in my life right now, and she tells me that everything is possible. She says that saying so many times, and I always try to remember what she says. So that saying that she says, all things are possible, really sticks to me. Now, back to what I was saying. That year didn't turn out to be a good year. I was actually pretty sad when she told me that I'm fat. Like, she actually yelled it to me, saying that I'm fat and ugly and that she'll never like me. But as harsh as that sounded, take it as a kid, I didn't cry, because I felt that it was true. But growing up the next year, I didn't really talk to her that much anymore after that. We were not on speaking terms, because obviously she was just like mean. I don't know, I guess that was the only way to get through my head, because somebody, turns out another girl lied to me, telling me that she did like me when she didn't. So I really thought she actually liked me, and I was actually really trying hard. But no, it turns out she didn't. And when I asked her about it, she told me, oh, well, I'm sorry. She said, I lied. I just thought it would make you happy. I'm like, well, it caused a lot of things to happen because he told me that, but it's a nice thought. It did make me happy, but it ended in sadness. That's okay. Moving on to the 5th grade year. 5th grade was the most depressing year of my life, honestly, because that was the year where I left elementary, and everything just got tougher after that. when I left elementary school after 5th grade, I was in 6th grade and I was off my meds. We'll go into that another time. And I just need to stop taking my meds. So let's just say because I stopped taking my meds in 5th grade, I was suffering through withdrawal probably for the next 5 years. Probably 5 years. Because 6th grade I was... I don't like talking about this conversation, but 6th grade I was kind of... I quickly found out that they're not... The people around me are not the reason why I don't have people to hang out with. It's not that they're jerks. They're not really jerks. It's just that the truth is the reason why I don't have that many friends and I don't have no one hanging out with me. I don't have no one saying, hey, let's go to your house. Or I don't have no girls saying, hey, you want to come to my house? We could go and watch that Miley Cyrus TV show on Disney Channel. No one invited me to her house because I was the weird one. I was different. And I realize now that being a grown-up, I'm always going to be weird. I'm always going to be different. I'm always going to be saying things that make people turn heads and look at me different. But that's just how I turned out to be. In 7th grade, I came to 7th grade and said, this will be the year. And I always wanted to go to a school dance with someone, but I never did. Yeah. Depressing. But I did go to a prom one time with this other girl, but that was basically the only golden moment I had. You see, 7th grade, I thought that was the year. I was so obsessed as a young kid with getting a girlfriend. But then when I finally did get a girlfriend, we'll talk about that when we get to that grade. So every year, I look toward to try and get a girlfriend. 7th grade, this is the year, I'm going to get a girlfriend. Or I'm going to go to school dance. 8th grade, this is the year. I'm going to get a girlfriend, I'm going to go to school dance. No one wanted to go to school dance with me. No one liked me, no one had a girlfriend. Now I know it sounds pretty negative, but hey, it's the truth. I have a saying. And the saying is that if there is a girl that likes you, and you don't like her because you think she doesn't look good enough, well, that girl that you like that doesn't like you probably thinks the same thing. Yeah, it's a cold, hard truth. I'm not trying to bring anybody down. I'm just trying to talk about my life. I'm trying to talk about my past. I don't mean to bring you down. I'm sure that you did a little bit better than me. And if you didn't do better than me, then that's okay. We're all human. Like, we'll join the club. We're all here. It's like a support group. So 8th grade, this girl did say she was going to go dance with me. I thought that was going to be the first time I had someone go dance with me. And no, she didn't go. Nope, she didn't go. She actually said she was sick. But I feel like she lied. Anyway, I still tried to have fun with my other friends. It was a good day. But then I had to walk home by myself to my house where no one was home. During the time, I lived at this house, and it was just me and my brother. My brother was never home. He was always at work, so I was going home to a house that was empty. Metaphorically empty, because it was just me, and that's it. But it's different back then compared to now. I'll explain that later. Now, 9th grade was the year I truly said, okay, this is going to be the year. I'm a little more well-mannered. I know how to not get girls to be angry at me. I'm actually learning how to talk to girls. And I did get a girlfriend, which is good. But she never stopped talking about her ex, so I ended up breaking up with her. And then she ended up actually getting with my friend, and my friend who I thought was my best friend, would get mad at me every time I tried to talk to her. And I had to remind him. I had to tell him, hey, did you forget that I was the original one that got with her? Because like you all you guys say that she was your girlfriend, but no, she was my girlfriend. I was the original one. And he tells me stuff like, "Oh well, I know why you guys broke up. It's because of you." I'm like, no, it wasn't because of me. I don't know why you even say that. I broke up with her because she broke up with me just to go to the movies with her ex and then got back with me. And I told her, no, I can't do that. I told her, if we keep this up, you're never gonna change. You're gonna be doing the same thing that we'll do years later if we stay together. So I don't think it'd be a good idea for us to stay together. And she was sad, and she just kept on talking to my friends, and she ended up getting to fourth base with my best friend when I never even got it that far with her. Sounds pretty messed up. And if you're listening to this, you know who you are. But 10th grade turned around, filled with more heartbreak. Then I said this was the year. It was the year I did meet a girl, but it was a very, very complicated relationship. Just to let you know, if you ever meet a girl that you feel like you do have a chance to be with, but she's making you work so hard for it, and if you feel like it's a bunch of bullshit, if you feel like she's making you work too hard, like so unnecessary, then just run away as fast as you can. Because I was with that girl for 5 years, 5.5, and I really thought she was the one, because I was with her for a long time. Turns out that I don't think she really liked me that much, but it turns out her sister's boyfriend, her sister's boyfriend was sleeping with my girlfriend the whole time I was with her. The whole 5 years. They were and I didn't even know it. Her sister even knew that her boyfriend was fucking my girlfriend, but she didn't care, and I didn't know. But yeah, that's life. So yeah, kids, if you meet a girl and you feel like she's the one and you're blinded by love, just remember this: if you feel like she is making you work way too hard and you do so many unnecessary things, if you feel like she's not even interested in you, if you feel like she's ignoring you a lot, then just run away. Run away as fast, run away as far as you can, leave her. If she breaks up with you the first time, that's it. She's gonna come back, but you don't want her to come back. You tell her to stay as far away as possible. We broke up 6 times before it was the last time. I should have stayed broken up with her when she broke up with me the first time. And she did tell me a couple times that she did go with some other guy the other 2 times she broke up. The second time she broke up with me, she went and she fucked this guy and sucked his dick. So yeah, that's a pretty image, right? Right, yeah. 11th grade, I said this is the year. During the time I was living with her for the past 3 years, so I was in school and living with her. Not a good experience. If you think it is, it wasn't. So 11th grade, 12th grade, it just ended. By the way, that reminds me, it was I believe it was 7th grade No, it was 8th grade. 8th grade was... Actually, I don't remember anymore. It was 7th grade or 8th grade when I met Beatrice. She was my very, very first girlfriend. And she cheated on me too. You know? I was 13, she was 17. I actually went to her prom with her, so that was the very first time I finally got to go dance with somebody. I had a really good experience, but it wasn't what I wanted it to turn out to be. But that's life, you know? Life is always going to not be what you want it to be. But I don't think I'll have any other way. I have a good job now. Ever since that horrible woman left my life, I live by myself. 2 cats. And tell you the truth, I think it's better with just me for now. Because I really need some time to take care of myself. Lick my wounds. I know it might sound like a lot to take in, all the stuff that I've been talking about my past. Or maybe you might think I'm just a complainer, a whiner, that I could have did better, whatever you might think. But honestly, if you think anything negative about me, I don't really care what you think. It is what it is. Like, if you were in my shoes, you'll do the same thing. You wouldn't do anything different. Don't say you'll do better, because you wouldn't. You were. This was a life you were prone to live. You know. And you never got out because no one ever told you how. But I'm not complaining. That's just the life I lived. I wouldn't have it any other way, because it led me to what I have now. I have a good job that pays me $14.50 an hour. I live by myself, licking my wounds, trying to get myself to be better, to forget the past and move forward and better myself. And that person that told me all things are possible, I'm going to keep on remembering what she told me. And I'm going to move forward with my chest puffed out and my head high. Because I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm going to make myself better, heal my wounds, and I could forget about that worthless past. Because it's different now. It's literally a blank slate. No one really knows about your past anymore. You could meet new people, new friends. Probably have older friends. And I need this time by myself to make myself better. And I'm open to friends that are willing to help. Especially the one that told me all things are possible. And that I can do it. Because sometimes you just need someone that can tell you, hey, it's not as bad as it seems. You can do it. I believe in you. You guys have a good day. And this is the end of my first introduction. This is probably going to be the longest voice audio I'm ever going to do. All the other ones are probably going to be short. Like I said, this is my introduction. Bye.
The magic of the mystic arts bow to no one.